Welcome to Wayback Wednesday. This is our latest feature. We will be replaying some of the best nuggets, sort of a golden oldies, if you will. And here we go. Welcome to Nugget 10 with Steve Groman. Today we're going to open the dictionary and read a couple of definitions. The first one is science. Number 1, a systematized knowledge derived from observation, study, etc. 2, a branch of knowledge, especially one that systematizes facts, principles, and methods, as natural science. Number 3, skill or technique. I neglected to mention that we are pulling these definitions from the Webster's New World Dictionary and Thesaurus. Now, Steve, can you elaborate on this term?
Yes. A lot of times I will say in our meetings that you can grab just about any science textbook that our children are using in any school. And usually within the first 30 pages, 50 pages, somewhere in that, between 30 and 40 pages, you'll find what is science. You'll find the definition of science. And they all say the same thing: observing, using the scientific method. They'll talk about how you have to have observation, you have to have testing, you form a hypothesis, you form a test, you come up with ideas, and all of them say the same thing in different ways, but they all say the same thing. You have to have observation, testing, experiments, and you got to be able to repeat it, do it over and over. I love science. Science is neat. Science is good stuff. But the problem is evolution has nothing at all to do with science. It has nothing to do with science at all, but it is taught as though it is the backbone of science, and it's the key of science, and it's just not true, because there is no observation, there is no test you could do to show it, and if you could, you can't repeat it. So it doesn't qualify as science. What it does qualify, it qualifies as religion.
From the Random House Dictionary, religion. Number 1, a set of beliefs concerning the cause, nature, and purpose of the universe, especially belief in or the worship of God or gods. Number 2, an organized system of belief in and worship of God or gods. Number 3, something one believes in or follows devotedly.
Yeah, evolution qualifies more as a religion than a science, because it is something one believes in devotedly. It's something that is a belief about the cause, nature, and purpose of the universe. It qualifies there. It also qualifies more as science fiction. Now, that's interesting, because evolution is nothing but religion and is nothing but science fiction. Because science fiction is highly imaginative fiction, typically involving some actual or projected scientific phenomena. Well, it definitely is highly imaginative fiction, but it's also projecting some projected phenomena. They want this to have happened, and they want it to continue to still happen. Evolution is not science. It is science fiction. It is religion, but it certainly doesn't qualify as science.
We actually have a full lesson, Words Mean Things, that further demonstrates how important this topic really is.
These days, especially in our current world, current society, people are talking about conspiracy theories. You know what the most grand conspiracy of all is? Science. For the most part, in the science community, and again, I love science, not science bashing, I love science. We do science experiments at our meetings. But the anthropologists, the geologists, the biologists, the cosmologists, and all these branches of science have all agreed that evolution happened. There was a Big Bang billions of years ago, and the Earth formed 4.6 billion years ago, and life formed hundreds of millions of years after that, and we came up from slime, and we came up through the reptiles and the monkeys, and now here we are. Folks, that is all a conspiracy. That didn't happen, but every one of them talk factually that it did. And that's where the problem comes in. It is just a belief system, but it's taught as true science.
Conspiracy. An action planned by 2 or more people who plan together secretly to commit a crime or common action.
Stephen Hawking said, science makes God unnecessary. And folks, that's what all this has been about. That's what it all is about. The devil's attack on God's word.